Heyo, haircut. That's right. I got another haircut. I used to get a haircut every like 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks. And then now I get like when I got my haircut, we were even talking, the lady that cuts my hair, it had been since Halloween. It was Halloween day that I had gotten my haircut last, because I was like, do you have big plans for Halloween? And she said, just some trick-or-treating with the kids, which is what I did. So here it is, March, and I'm just now getting around to a haircut, but whatever. It looks good. What do you think? Yeah, I think I look better. I used to have really long hair, and I used to think I looked really cool, but I didn't. Anyways, I'll quit boring you with my haircut saga, and we'll talk about what I'll be using today in this shave. The soap that I'm using, I've never used this soap in a video, so here you go. It is, I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, Barbiere Sofisticato, Sophisticated Barber by A&E. This is a great scent. This is a soap sample that I got from Maggard's Razor a while back. Very fresh barber shop scent, right? Hence the name. It's not bad. I like it a lot. It's just very kind of neutral. It's not super strong, but it's nice. What it reminds me a lot of is Lone Star by Noble Otter. If you've smelled either one of the two, in a way, you've smelled them both. Yeah. I think that the A&E scent is maybe a little bit stronger, but they both do smell pretty similar. Just kind of neutral. I don't have a great nose. I'll try to throw the scent notes in here. That doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I have a weird nose, and I guess, if it's a very distinct smell, citrus or rum or something, then boom, yeah. But a lot of the fancy terminology for different scents kind of go beyond. Somebody could just say something like, it smells like blank. It smells like a sugar cookie, or it smells like motor oil or something. Then that's how I would know. But anyways, so good soap there. The razor, or I guess the brush I'm using, is a Yaqi brush. This is just a cheap Yaqi brush that I got, but it performs very well. I actually like everything about this brush. The knot size and the length of the handle, it all works very well for me. The razor that I'll be using today is a decent razor. It's not my favorite. It's a Parker 87R. It's a twist to open, and it's kind of a it's modeled to look like the Gillette Aristocrat. This isn't the most aggressive razor that I have, but it's pretty aggressive. I don't get the best shaves out of it, but I still try to use it quite a bit. It's a decent razor. I got it for a steal. I got it for really cheap on eBay. And then the blade I'll be using in that is a Silver Star first use. These are decent blades. I think I have 100 pack of them, actually. I think I had 2 or 3 good shaves out of one, and that was enough to buy like literally 100 pack for like $8 or something. So there's that. I'll be using my Timeless bowl, so my favorite lather bowl. I've got it in blue and black. Today I'm using blue. And then to finish everything off, I've got a sample of Alphine, and this is from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is a pretty good, they are very similar. They pair well, in my opinion. Both kind of a barbershop type scent. So this little tiny bottle here, I'll be using about half of that as aftershave. So that's everything that I'm using here. Let's go ahead and go down to the lather video. Got everything assembled here. You can see I've already got a little bit of that soap pressed down in this bowl, about the size of a grape. That's what I've been kind of doing lately. I saw on one of the wet shaving Facebook pages the other day, somebody was like, hey, I've started scooping and putting in a bowl. How much do I do? And people started throwing out there like tablespoons and grams and ounces and you name it. A grape. That's kind of maybe slightly smaller. An almond, I've heard that also used, but that's kind of what I go with. There you go. You can see it kind of pressed in there. Let me add a little bit of water to that, just a splash of water, warm water on top. I've had my brush soaking. It's synthetic. You don't really need to soak a synthetic brush, but I've had it in there. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I think this is my favorite part of wet shaving videos, doing these videos, building a lather in a bowl. I like when it all comes together just right, you know? When you can get just the right amount of water, just the right amount of pressure, and of course when I say pressure I mean barometric, of course. Just kidding. I mean pushing down on the brush. I don't know. This just to me is kind of the most fun when I'm doing a wet shaving video. Obviously going to need a little bit more water there. Splash that right in there. This is the only A&E soap that I've used so far. I think I've used it one other time other than this video and had success with it. Came together nicely in the bowl, much like this is doing here. And had good results on my face as well. Now I have not used an A&E aftershave splash or balm, but I know those are quite popular. Everyone says it's good stuff. I'll have to get around to that at some point. All right, I think we're good here. Look at this. Nice thick lather. It's filled up my bowl. I'm happy with those results. I gotta get my thumb, I had to come down closer. There you go. See you back up top. All right, welcome back. Yeah, just a nice thick lather here. I just ordered, like I needed another bowl, right? I just ordered another bowl and should be here pretty soon. I'll be using that in a video pretty soon. It was cheap, that's why I picked it up, but I would be shocked if its performance can outdo the Timeless bowl. This is just hands down my favorite bowl. I love the height of it is perfect for me. I love that the bottom is fairly wide, the top is the perfect. To me, this is the perfect lather bowl. It's got ridges on the bottom. Yeah, I don't anticipate, maybe I'm wrong. I'll show you that bowl shortly when it comes in the mail. Okay, let me wet my face. It's March, starting to warm up, which is nice. We, just a couple of weeks ago, we had our first 40-degree day since mid-December. So basically, we went almost the entire month of February, but the entire month of January without a single day even in the 40s. I think we only had 3 days in the month of January that the temperature was even over the freezing mark. 3 or 4 days. This has been a very cold winter. Not a ton of snow. In fact, snow-wise, we're pretty much average. Which is like 40 inches, I think, roughly. I mean, I know for some people that seems like an insane amount, but for Wisconsin, that's not that much. I'm glad to see the winter coming to an end. Not huge, you've heard me say here, not a big winter activities guy. I do a little ice fishing, and then I run around on my brother-in-law's snowmobile. I'm much more of a warm weather lover, outdoor person. I love to camp, I love to grill, I love to golf, ride my motorcycle, ride a bicycle. Lounge in the sun. And you can absolutely do all that stuff in the winter, don't get me wrong. But it's more comfortable in the summer. I'm still looking for a car or a truck. You remember, if you remember my last video, my 17-year-old pickup bit the dust. And I was so attached to that vehicle, I'm having a hard time finding a replacement. For one, cars are insanely expensive right now, which we can afford something, you know. But God, I loved that truck. If it had run and kept going, I would have driven that truck forever. But it died. I sold it. Let me finish here before I start talking. I sold it to a guy I work with. He fixes up cars and whatnot. And he got into it this last week, and he's like, yeah, the oil pump went out. And then it just started taking out various... The cam was shot, the timing chain was shot. I don't know a lot about motors. Engines and motors, but yeah, like, you gotta have oil to run a vehicle, and it's just like, as soon as I heard a knocking, you know, I immediately stopped, but it was too late. So, I think he's gonna fix it up, you know. I think he's gonna give it to his father-in-law. I may have mentioned that in the last video. But I still keep looking for what I'm gonna get next. It just didn't make sense to, you know, for me to try to fix up that truck, because it wasn't worth, it would have cost more to fix it than it was worth. It's different for that dude because he's going to do it himself, and he can do it at his own pace, and he doesn't have to pay for labor. And so yeah, different for him. But yep, just a shame, because I really loved that truck, and I took care of it. I try to take care of all of my stuff. I don't tend to like throw stuff around, or I don't know. I take care of my stuff. What else do I need to say? Do have a small trip coming up here pretty soon for work. I'll have more on that. In my next video, more than likely. My youngest daughter is getting so close to walking. Like, she'll stand up, she'll take a couple steps, and then she'll fall. She could walk if she wanted to, but she chooses not to. She's like, I can get around much faster just crawling. And it's funny because our older daughter was walking at an earlier age than our younger daughter is now. And she even had a condition where one of her legs, there was a bow in the two bones between her ankle and her knee. And so, which we had to have corrected through a couple of procedures. And, but she actually ended up, even though she kind of had this like disability, was actually walking quicker than my other daughter, who does not. So go figure. Because that was one of our big concerns with our daughters, that, oh, you know, will she be able to walk? And all the doctors told us, yeah, even though, because the procedure came a full year after she was walking. So for almost a year, she walked on kind of the side of her foot. After these procedures, she's fine now. But it's just funny, she started walking at a younger age than her other daughter. Speaking of daughters and being a dad, have y'all watched the show Bluey? Have you ever heard of the show Bluey? If you've got Disney Plus, you should totally watch it. If you're a dad, you're going to love this show. It's Australian, and it's about a family of dogs. And then the dad, his name is Bandit. They're all blue heelers, hence Bluey. And it's got so much like adult humor, like parent humor in it. So the kids love it just as much as parents. Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube and stuff as well if you don't have Disney Plus. But if you want the full episodes, they're on Disney Plus. But check out Bluey. And the dad, Bandit, is kind of a badass. He is the perfect dad. He's funny and he's witty and like just, he's what I strive to be as a father. And there's like Facebook groups and stuff like fans of this dude Bandit. You know, other dads that aspire to be as cool as Bandit. Because he is a pretty cool dad. Any of y'all ever already seen this show or heard of this show? Anyways. And it's also funny, the Facebook group that I'm in of these dads, these Bandit dads, you know, it's about half Australian, half American. And so we're always like comparing the differences between Australia and the United States. And it's funny. Just to compare those two countries. Which I actually saw today, like Australia is getting like hardcore flooding right now. Hopefully things can dry up for them. It's always either drought or flooding, right? It's awful. So, good shave there. One of the funniest things about Bandit, when he curses, because he has kids, and Australians like notoriously curse a lot. And he uses a substitute word, like his favorite word is biscuits. Like when he stubs his toe, he'll say biscuits. Which I guess in Australia that means like cookies, I think. Cookies, biscuits are cookies in at least Great Britain. I curse a lot, but I try not to around the kids. My oldest daughter, like twice, has like accidentally said a curse word. And what do? You can't get mad at her because she heard it from you. Anyways. It's just a matter of time. Should be cursing up a storm like our old man. Get a call from the teacher that she's using profanity and that's frowned upon. Okay, where'd I put my aftershave? Here it is. It's so little, I almost lost it. Alphine, yeah, it's, again, I'll have to look up the scent notes here, but just kind of your basic, just almost like barbershop scent. Smells a little bit like Barbasol kind of to me. Is that not Barbasol? The can. I don't remember. I forgot this has menthol. It's definitely mentholated. Have y'all seen that those air fresheners? It's like, it says fresh cut shave. It's the little tree air freshener. If you order from the razor company, he always sends one with you. This smells like that. This aftershave kind of smells like that. Kind of a classic scent. There's the menthol. I got a little bit of the menthol there, but a classic kind of barbershop type scent. Anyways, not too strong, just pleasant. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for watching today. What did we talk about? We talked about that show that I like, my poor truck. I won't bring it up anymore. Next time, I'll talk about it when I get something new finally. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope everyone is doing well. Talk to you again soon.